Hello guys, I read the Chasing Jade novel, which the name in Chinese is Ju, and I want to talk about it, so let's get into it. First of all, I want to say that I really enjoy the web novel. You can not watch it, you can read it on mydramanovel.com. It's amazing. And let me just get into the overall story. So the story follows a butcher's daughter. Her father and mother died in an accident a bit before the book begins. The accident is pretty much that they were in the woods and bandits found them and they were killed by the bandits. And she has a younger sister, so they're living in their family house right now, but their uncle's trying to get rights to this family house. She meets the male lead because he is lying down in the snow and he's seriously injured. And she brings him back to her family home and heals him. She also gets the help of her neighbors to help heal him as well. And in order to ensure that her uncle cannot take their family home away, she marries the male lead because as long as she can have like a male in her family line that she's married to, her home is protected. So that's why she gets married to him. He is a fallen noble. He's a military man. He has his own problems, but he decides to marry her because she promises that as soon as, he's able to help her in the way that she's asking him to, that she'll let him go. Over time, they fall in love in these chapters. He gets to know her more. He sees her wielding the butcher's sword. He sees her, getting people to go away from their house when they're trying to kind of come to collect a debt that isn't actually their debt, but their uncle's debt. Like he sees her just fighting so hard for her family, and I think that's actually what makes him like so attracted to her in the novel, more so than like physical appearance. And for her as well, she also sees him protecting her family home whenever she's not there and whenever she's working um, at her butcher's business, pretty much. And he's there protecting her younger sister and their family home. Now, you find out in the novel, because this is going to be a spoiler. If you don't want a spoiler, just skip to like, I don't know, 4 minutes or something. But but basically her parents weren't actually killed by bandits. Like her dad is associated with the politics in the imperial palace, and they were killed because they hold this really major secret, and that's why her family were actually killed. She finds that out a lot later on in the novel when she gets really entangled in the male lead's politics because he is a military official that was raised by the prime minister, but he ran away because the prime minister's son was trying to kill him. He didn't even run away. He was nearly butchered by the prime minister's son. And so he's trying to take revenge now against the prime minister and his son. The prime minister, who was essentially like his maternal uncle, pretty much. So she gets intersected in that politics because they try to take him away because they want all the men in the land to join this big war. So she goes to try and find him, and that's when she finds out all of this information, like about her own parents, about him, about why exactly he was so injured that day, and like after the first like 30 chapters, everything becomes insanely political. And I like politics, so I really didn't mind it, but like the fun chapters you get in the first 30 chapters where she's fighting all these businessmen who are attacking her for being a lady in business and being a great butcher and for her good business tactics to all the way to like just intense politics, her becoming a lady general. um Also the difficulty of being in a relationship with a nobleman when you are simply a commoner as well, and they kind of get around that at the end by basically having her become a lady general and through that basically becoming a noble, and in that way that's why she's then able to marry the male lead at the end, and then it becomes acceptable. But like if you are not into like political novels, I don't really suggest this for you. Maybe you read the first 30 chapters and then you stop, because after the first 30 chapters it just really just becomes about the imperial politics, how the male lead is involved, how the female lead family is involved. Even the young sister becomes entangled in everything. She becomes a hostage. The sister tries to look for her, and then it all really just becomes all about politics. There are very romantic things in the novel as well, to the point where I'm like, a lot of it is going to be censored when it's shown on screen because it gets very sexual. There are a lot of like sex scenes at the end, so I can imagine how intense it's going to get at the end. But I'm excited for the show to come out. I can completely understand why they picked Jangling He to play the male lead because his character in the novel is kind of like Shui. Like he forces a lot of kisses on the female lead to the point where she punches him multiple times because she's like, I keep asking you, don't just kiss me without consent. And they argue about it quite a lot. So I can imagine that in the show they were like, hey, like he's played Shui in the story of Kunning Palace. He'd be amazing as a male lead in this role. So it makes sense why they give it to him. And then the female lead in the novel, she's known to have a really beautiful smile. Tian Shui has a wonderful smile, and she's also very built. If you've seen her, you can tell she gyms and she works out and everything. So the idea of her playing a British daughter makes complete sense to me. And I like that I read the novel because I've watched A Lady in British House, and just from the synopsis on MDL, I was getting Lady in British House vibes. I really didn't know what to expect. But after reading the novel, I know that it's kind of going to be a mix between Lady in British House and like Story of Critical Palace. Like you have all the imperial politics, but the male lead is kind of like a noble person, and he's not like a weakling. He's not a wuss. I'm so sorry, but the male lead in Lady British House is a wuss. If you've watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that one, he's a wuss. He's a wuss in that one. But here, it's a powerful couple who, just through going through trials and tribulations, eventually fall in love and get married. And it's full of politics and it has a really happy ending, and I'm excited to watch it. It's definitely going to be a very like political drama with romance intersected in it, just like the novel. But I am very glad that I read the novel. Again, if you want to read the novel, you can go on mydramanovel.com and read the novel GU, otherwise known as Chasing Jade. And with Lady in the British House, if you're interested in watching it, you can watch it on YouTube. I watch it on YouTube. It is a Mango TV drama, so please be advised that the subs aren't amazing. It is also available on Viki if you want better subs. And it stars Baby Jang and Tong Min Chi. I love Tong Min Chi, but like I'm telling you right now, like he plays such a wuss in that show, so enter in at your own risk. But anyway, thank you for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you read GU, let me know what you think about the novel in the comments below. If you plan on reading it, let me know in the comments below. If you've seen Lady in the British House, let me know in the comments below. Let me know anything in the comments below. If you like my channel, again, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. Thank you so much. Bye bye.